Conformity Antidote, melting one snowflake at a time. Get ready to be triggered.
Run, little snowflakes, run.
You know what makes me sad? You do, jackwagon!
How dare you disrespect me, your country, and your mama!
Here they come, the leaders of the new church, Reverend Cuz and Deacon Tex.
Hey, welcome back to Conformity Antidote. And I forgot to turn off a certain piece of equipment that you could probably hear humming right this minute.
The generator's on.
The generator. Hold on.
The little...
Boom. It'll take a little time. All right. Welcome.
Okay.
It takes a little time for to shut it off. Well, welcome back.
Yes.
It's been 2 weeks.
I know.
We missed everybody.
Yes, we did. Missed everybody.
Yeah, we did. So we're lovely. It's lovely to join you once again.
Yes, I was actually doing this show like in my sleep, like last week. Yeah, it was crazy. It was just like
They got medication for that.
I know. As I told my therapist.
He's like, get the hell out of my office.
Yes, he says that to every week.
I'm sure
he
does.
says that. He says that to everybody.
Okay. Anyway, thanks again for joining us. We missed you guys last week, and
Yes,
I kind of missed you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I was spending time with my wife.
I miss you.
Which was a good time.
Well, I have nothing going on, so I miss you all. I'm single and stuff, so I miss
Single
miss you.
and ready to mingle, ladies.
Ta-da! One day,
All this can be yours. What's the curtains?
Bloody curtains. She's got huge tracts of land.
All right.
So anyway, another Monty Python.
Yes, we do like.
So, welcome everybody.
welcome.
Cheers.
Back. Cheers.
To our
Oh,
Conformity Antidote mugs
cheers.
that you can get on the store online.
Damn Skippy. All right. So, like we said, we're going to do announcements at the ass end.
Oh, or is that a send?
So, we're going to get right into it with the news.
Oh. See you 1 week off.
I see.
Shaniqua. Kung Pao Rule. It's speaking of which, we wish to welcome a happy Chinese New Year.
Yes.
I can't remember what it's the year of.
The year of
The rat? Or, no, that was last year. I think it could be the year of the cock. Well, that's what they call it.
It's a chicken.
Don't get your mind out of the gutter.
I know.
I don't know what it is.
It's a chicken.
If anybody's watching this live, which I don't know if you are, just let us know what it's year of. But happy Chinese New Year. They just had it last week. Yes. So, I mean, they'll be taking over the world here before too long.
Yes, they will.
As long as, hey, you know what? I said it all along. Chinese can take over the United States all they want to, as long as they don't skimp on the General Tso's chicken
And Kung Pao Roo.
and Kung Pao Roo. Yes, and shrimp fried rice. I like shrimp fried rice. Kung Pao Roo. They have good food, so.
Yes. All right.
Anyway, let's dive into the news.
Let's dive in
because we got a lot of things going on.
Got a hell of a lot of things going on
the news.
All right. I'm going to spend about 60 seconds on this piece of crap. All right. And that is Colin Kaepernick. All right. 60 seconds and I'm out for this.
I'm counting.
All right. So, Colin Kaepernick talked all this BS that all he wanted to do was play football. That's all he wanted to do. Well, is it American Alliance?
Yeah,
American Alliance Football League, which is playing actually right now, and they offered Colin Kaepernick a contract, and you would say, "Hey, boom, he's good to go." Turned it down because he wants $20 million a year. Or no, sorry, a $20 million contract. Now, everybody in the American Alliance Football League gets paid the same, but you have incentives which brings your salary up. He wanted a $20 million salary. So, there, Colin, because you already got a big old contract from Nike. So you don't need all this money.
Well, and not only that, but we don't know what the settlement was from the NFL because they got a non-disclosure contract. But if I bet you anything, he got some compensation from the NFL from settlement. So, yeah.
So, it's just about the cause, and it's about me wanting to play football.
Right.
No, it's not, you piece of sugar.
Oh, look. Jen said it is the year, real quick, Jen said it is the year of the pig. Oh. I didn't. Oh, thank you, Jen. I didn't know we had pigs. I don't know.
I just add that in. All right.
So anyway, yeah, enough about that.
Enough about him.
Well, I want to add my thing. I just think it's really funny now that he had this settlement with the NFL, but now he's being called by his own people that were with him. Some of them are calling him a sellout now, because they should have said, they should have said that he should have stuck it out or whatever. But I guess they made it worth his while. So.
No, I got paid, bitches.
Yeah, that's what
you guys keep on sitting over there.
Yeah, that's what they're upset about.
He's a piece of crap.
They
piece of crap.
Hypocrites.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get off this piece of crap.
Yep.
On to another piece of crap.
Yes.
We're gonna be talking about a whole lot of crap.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Miss Vivian.
Oh, hello.
Hello. So we're gonna talk about this piece of trash. Mr. It can't be Jesse. It's got to be Jussie Smollett. Smelly it. Anyway, so if anybody, I'm sure everybody's covered or has been following this story. So Jackass here, who's on he was on the Empire. Fox whacked him. And what he did was he paid two guys. Now these two, they're brothers. These brothers actually played some criminals or something actually on the show. That's how he knew them. So he paid them in check. Dumbass. Anyway, he paid them for them to stage an assault with. They had MAGA. Well, here's the thing. They actually have film of them at the store buying all the materials, like the MAGA hats, some rope, bleach. They got them there on the freaking, what do you call it?
Store cam,
buying this stuff. You dumb assholes. So anyway, long story short, he paid them, staged this thing because he wasn't making enough money on the Empire, and he wanted to beef up, so he wanted to put this whole thing where he got all this exposure and publicity. Well, turns out that he faked the whole thing. It was a hoax. He paid these brothers to do it, and now he was been arrested. He made bail. It was $100,000.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the funny thing is. And of course, he picked it that it was Trump supporters, this, that, and the other. No, it wasn't. And he said it was anti-gay and Trump supporters. So they were, shouting anti-gay anti-gay slurs, this, and the other. Well, anyway. So when this first came out, all these celebrities came to his side. oh my gosh, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. We're standing behind you. We got to stop the racism and the homophobia and stuff. It was all fake, people. People like Cardi B.
Well,
whatever. Alyssa Milano. That dumb bitch is all over the place. And Ava DuVernay.
Who the hell is that anyway?
She is... I'm glad you asked that, Tex. She is...
I don't know if I am.
She is the director who made that colossal piece of crap, A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That lost all the investors $38 million.
She ruined a good book, I guess.
Yes, yeah. She jacked it all up. But anyway, and her. And so, and then when he was exposed, the idiots on MSNBC, or MSLSD as we call it, media silence. Rachel Madcow, all these other ones, didn't say squat about it. Not 1 minute of media time and stuff. What are you looking for?
Crickets.
Crickets. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I thought it was. Oh, there he is. That's what you heard from MSNBC on Justin, whatever the frick his name is. Juicy. And so after he was popped and this and the other, then Van Jones. So if anybody doesn't know who Van Jones is, a piece of shit guy on CNN. All he does is whip up race baiting bullcrap. He compared, because he said that Jussie, whatever his damn name is basically a black icon in the thing. Really? He's on Empire for what, a couple years. He compared him to Jackie Robinson.
Well, that says it all. That sums it up.
Jackie Robinson, the first black baseball player, went through like death threats, bridged the gap between all the race relations and baseball and this and the other. He's comparing this piece of crap, right there, to Jackie Robinson. This is also the same guy that mentioned Marion Barry and Martin Luther King in the same breath too. Dumbass.
That's right. What an idiot.
He is an idiot. The fact that you mentioned Marion Barry and Martin Luther King in the same sentence. Anyway, Van Jones is a piece of crap. This guy right here, he's a piece of crap. It turns out he was all bullshit. Now he's done, instead of getting a bigger salary, he's got no salary.
Well, let me give you an update. Update. I got little extras, little tidbits. So now, supposedly, Juicy has hired Mark Garagos, who's like the most expensive defense attorney in the United States. Has hired him.
Yes.
And supposedly, this is what he's saying. He went to, after he posted bail, he went to the set of Empire, and he basically apologized to everybody and is still swearing up and down that he is innocent. Now, what they're trying to say, I guess, which is going to come out, and I'm waiting to see how this plays out. They're saying he had nothing to do with the two brothers doing what they did. He was saying that the check, now it has come out, the brothers did say that the check at the bottom did say because he was hired to two of these guys as personal trainers. So at the bottom, he did say it was for personal training work. Now the two brothers did say that he did owe them for working at the gym. However, the two brothers said they got paid, this check was more than it normally is. Normally was. And supposedly the phone conversations took place, but Jussie's saying that was just between friends. It had nothing to do with the setup. So he's saying if this was a setup, basically this is what they're saying. It was done by the two brothers and that Jussie had absolutely no knowledge of what they were going to do to him. My issue is this. I believe he is on record with the police department when he went in to swear out a statement that he specifically stated that the two individuals that attacked him were white males. He specifically said that they were white males. Well, these two Nigerian guys are the farthest thing from white. So how does he, and then I think he tried to backtrack it saying, well, he didn't really get a good look at them. They were just shouting, this is MAGA country and we don't want no homos around here, and put the noose around his neck. And supposedly the scars on Jesse's face, they're going to, they're saying, well, it should have been more or whatever, that he fought him off or whatever. And I guess they're trying to get the doctors to say that they're going to testify it was a self-inflicted wound. That I guess there might be a way that they can prove that he actually did that to himself. But supposedly, I was watching like TMZ or whatever, and Mark Levin said that anybody that hires Garagos, that he is going to go, there's going to be no settlement. They're going to take this to court because they say nobody hires him without him, trying to trash.
To make it a circus.
Right. So just stay tuned. I don't know. My thing is this. I don't know what. You got caught. Just come clean. Say you got caught. Go take a sabbatical. Get off the show, take a sabbatical, go somewhere, and then do your apology tour. I mean, look what's going on in Virginia. Okay, you have a governor that was caught red-handed, either in blackface or KKK outfit. They still haven't figured. He's denying. He's denying that it's either one. He doesn't know who's in that picture. And then you got the other one who's sitting there forcing women to sodomize them, basically raping them, and he's still an assistant governor or attorney or whatever they call it, vice governor. Lieutenant governor. But yet, as the time goes by, people are like, well, let's go ahead and let him stay in office. So that's all you had to do. Look at those two ass clowns in Virginia. Now, if you were a Republican, of course, you'd be done. You'd be done. Which, if you were conservative, you'd be done. But because if you're a liberal and you're a minority, two minorities, you got a double thing going on. You would have been all right. But if you're taking us to court and fighting it,
double win.
I don't see how you're going to fight. It's between you and the two Nigerian dudes. Yeah. And good luck to you.
And and they just, my thing is, they just took it upon themselves to do this.
Right. Yeah. Why? And why are they going to go through all that? And I'm sorry, but these guys are huge. These guys are, if they're going to put a noose around your neck and beat you up, they're going to beat you up. And there was no marks around his neck of the noose. Basically, when he went into the hospital, the noose was just around his neck, but there was no marks from the rope or whatever. So
if you go on Twitter, there's this little video going around where these three black guys were like making fun of it, and the caption reads, Jussie Smollett practicing. And so they got like scripts and stuff, and he's like, nah, and he's like, yeah, and they call him the N-word. He's like, no, you got to be more white, but more racist and stuff. Oh, and then they started getting like Southern accents.
It's terrible.
Anyway,
I
want to get off this colossal failure.
Well, the last thing I'm going to say about it is I don't understand. There's a lot of people that they love Empire. A lot of people, especially a lot of African Americans, love Empire. But I'm going to tell you right now, I was actually in a room when Empire first came on, and a lot of African American males that were watching it. And when Jussie's character came out, they were like booing. I want to tell you right now, the African American community is not very hip on homosexual characters, and I'm telling you that right now. So I don't know where this whole thing, Van Jones, and this shit's coming from or whatever, but they were booing, and all of them said they wanted that guy off the show. So I'm telling you right now, there's probably a lot of people clapping that he did what he did to get him off the show. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Bye.
And we'll see what happens.
Yes.
We'll see what happens coming up.
All right.
Who's next?
So, the young lady you see there That's Lisa Borders. And she was, until a couple days ago, she was the CEO of Time's Up. Now, Time's Up is a organization that was created basically from the Me Too movement. It was founded in 2017 in response to the Me Too movement. It focuses on gender parity and sexual harassment in the workplace.
Now, is that parity as in Parody or ITY?
U and ITY. U and ITY. It's unity.
Unity.
Right. Yes.
All right, Queen Latifah.
That's right. Parity as in equality.
Well, I think it also could be the other parody, too.
Well, thank you. It is. So, that's her. And here's her, and over here is her lovely son.
Oh,
okay.
What a lovely boy.
Oh, a lovely boy.
I'll be back from Mrs. Pitcher.
We're not going to mention what his name is. But anyway, he got popped for sexual assault allegations. Now, all the left says all accusers, all victims should be believed.
Mm-hmm.
So, now she's talking about, like I said, what did we say? Gender parity and sexual harassment in the workplace. And her son has gotten popped. And this case was actually, what do you call it? When you file it.
Right.
Yeah. So this case is actually filed against him. So it's not just like kind of like, oh, somebody in passing said something. So she has resigned because, well, you know, here's the thing. Maybe instead of you going out and having like little dinner parties and stuff, maybe you could have taught more of this at home.
Mm-hmm.
To where your son wasn't such a piece of crap.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think about that?
Mm.
So when we say time's up for you, honey.
Well, you know, there again, it's these. I think a lot of these people put themselves in these positions because they're trying to deflect attention away. Anybody, I'm going to tell you right now, and you can look it up in psychology books, go online and look it up. But anybody that goes on and talks the loudest about a particular subject or whatever that they're against, they're usually trying to deflect the limelight off of themselves onto somebody else. You know, that's like these
Except for us.
Except for us. Well, for now anyway, as far as we know. Anyhow, but yeah, so yeah, okay, if you're going to put yourself up on if Cuz or myself were running for office, trust me, I would have a team sit there and say, okay, guys, I want you to go online. I want you to do this. I want you to try just see anything that I might have forgotten that's out there about me, and that way I'm not surprised. You know, so these people that keep hiding their head in the sand, or I don't know where that came from, bull crap.
Well, I'm sure I'll say maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But when she became the CEO back in 2017,
right,
she may not have known that her son was a freak.
Well, that's true too. That is true too.
Give her the charge is going to come up. But the point of the matter is,
she should have done more to be with her family.
Thank you.
Instead of being out there with all the people, yeah, all those celebrities about high-fiving because they took down Weinstein. Which trust me, that was a good thing that you took him down. But
he's a piece of crap. But anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up because it's ironic because out of the Me Too movement, like we said, came this organization. She became the CEO. Boom, her son is sexually assaulting women allegedly, and now she's got to resign.
Well, and cause it's a funny thing that you said too about the Me Too movement and that all victims should be believed. They ought to put like a little caveat or a little asterisk beside that, because let's go back to the Virginia thing for a minute, and the second woman that came out against
Fairfax.
Yes, Fairfax, and one of the people in the Virginia state Senate got up, and it was a black female, stood up, and she's like, well, we just need to make sure, because we know that people come up and say things and stuff, and before we can do anything, we need to have a full investigation done. you know, it's like, okay, so in no uncertain terms, they were saying that these women, they don't believe these women, that these women are, it's a political thing. Okay, so any other time, it's not a political thing. We ought to believe them. Oh, wait a minute, with the exception of this, because we like this guy. He's a Democrat.
Well, the same thing with Keith Ellison.
Right.
The deputy chair of the DNC.
Right.
She had documented evidence that he was beating the shit out of her.
Right.
Nobody came to her. Nobody believed her. She was ostracized. Even her friends turned on her.
Well, and look how long it took for them to finally do something to R. Kelly. R. Kelly has been a perv and a freak for years, okay, for years. And finally, in 2019, they're all giving themselves high fives because they actually are going to get him put behind bars, finally. Well, it appears. Stay tuned. We're not even sure if that's going to happen. But look at, he was enabled, all these people, all these progressives were backing him. Oh, we need to give him this. We need to do this. We don't think those women are necessarily are they misunderstood?
Yeah.
But if it was anybody else, those guys would have been fried, drawn, and quartered, and buried 6 feet under. I'm just saying the double standard. But what I do love it because this is setting a precedence for the future. If anybody else starts coming out that's possibly on the other side of the political spectrum, and it happens, and they're like, oh, pointing fingers, they're going to be like, whoa, wait a minute. I did the same thing as so and so. And you all were like, well, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. And you know,
let's wait and let
the process. Let the process play out.
Like your boy Tim Kaine.
Yeah,
this is a different situation.
Right?
Bullshit.
Right, like what they did to Kavanaugh.
Yeah,
you know, they wanted to sit there and draw and quarter him, and he really had absolutely. He just had some accusations thrown against him with nothing concrete. Where these other people were like. Concrete evidence.
And he had evidence that could prove otherwise.
Right.
As you know, well, I'm going to get into it.
So
but
anyway.
Even her friend said, we don't remember any of that. She never said anything to us. Blah.
So, yes.
All right. So, now
something on a lighter note. Oh, we love you long time.
We love you long time. You want a happy ending?
You're not boku.
You're not boku. You'll be cool.
Okay.
All right. So.
Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes. So, Mr. Robert Kraft,
the asshole. The owner.
The owner of the New England Patriots was charged with 2 counts of soliciting prostitution at a Florida spa. And it was the Orchids of Asia Day Spa. Misaki. Okay. Oh, Mr. Honey, we love you. All right. And so anyway, so not only was it him, there was a dozen other people charged with him, right? And they have Kraft and these others on video receiving the actual sexual acts twice in 2 separate occasions.
Yes,
on film.
They were videotaping us.
We tape you. Don't you look at that red dot? We taping you because we get you. We want more money. Or we go to paper.
FBI. We go to Vice Squad from Florida.
So
Florida.
They've handed the case over to state's attorney's office and they're working on an active warrant for the Kraft's arrest. So let's look at, we have Kraft and our players.
Yikes.
Hu Zhang and Li Wang.
Oh, she's.
I think they were the madams.
The madam.
Yes.
One did toes. She was the toe one.
Could you go down to my toes so I don't have to look at your ass?
Now the other one, she looks like somebody. She looks like she worked at Bambi Lee's also.
Oh no! See, Kim Cheese. She don't write for Kim Cheese. No.
Kimchi's a little higher class.
You damn right we are. I mean, they are. Because you walk into Kimchi's. A little bit.
Yeah, they're a little bit more at.
So you walk into Orchids of Asia Day Spa. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, so Robert Kraft, you worthless piece of crap. Here's the thing. Robert Kraft is a billionaire. Now, I am not promoting this or saying this, but dude, you're a billionaire. You bring some high-class hoes, some okay, you can pay some money, but you know what?
I think he's
Discretion is the thing.
I think he's married. That's why. But that doesn't matter.
No, he's
Those
not.
rich guys. He's not married?
No.
Oh.
His wife died of cancer in I forget when. Now he's dating this girl that's like 30-some and he's like 77.
Well,
which that's
but
dude, that's just not good.
He's a billionaire though.
Yeah. But here's the thing, you're a billionaire. Don't go to some strip mall massage parlor.
I know. Hey, I don't know if anybody's seen that. Look it up on the news. This place looks like it's like it was in a strip mall, and it's like on aluminum siding, and the sign that was above it looks like it was made back in the 80s.
What is it called again?
Well, I don't know. I'm on the Time's Up. Orchids of Asia Day Spa.
Orchids of
Yes.
Asia.
Yes. Cuz is looking it up, trying to pull a picture of it up. This place is great. It looks like a dump. Well, I guess that's what makes it so unassuming. On the outside it looks like a dump, and then you're like, you go inside and it's probably like the Taj Mahal of brothels. It's day spas, quote unquote day spas. I guess that's a legalized term for it. So anyway, while Cuz is still doing this, on top of Robert Kraft, one of the other, actually, from what I understand, there's been a couple high-profile people. There was also an ex-CEO of a company, another billionaire, that got ensnared in this. And, if I'm not mistaken, a actor, it was either an actor or a professional athlete that also got caught up in this thing. So this must have been a popular place for people with money. To go and have a little massage going on.
All right, so here we go.
There it is.
Here, let's take it down.
Look at this.
A notch here. Here we go. So here is. I'm trying to make it big.
Now
here
look.
It's in a strip. Now it's not look like a complete dump, but it's
still
not a high class joint.
It almost. This is like almost kind of what Bambi Lee's looks like.
Yeah,
and that's like $20 for massage.
Sucky.
Oh, I didn't say that. $10 for happy ending. Except for on Saturdays, it goes up an extra $5.
That's right. Unless you get the early bird special.
Oh, we're getting or you show your AARP card. You get a 10% discount.
We support the geriatric community.
Oh my goodness!
So this, okay, so again, I'm not promoting this and whatever, but the point is, dude, if you're a billionaire, freaking,
you can pipe them in.
Let the hoes come to you,
right?
You dumbass. But anyway, he's a piece of crap.
Well, Cos brought up a good point, and I'm going to bring it up now. What makes this even more, the reason why we're picking on Kraft, because I honestly don't necessarily care. I could care one way or the less about prostitution.
Really.
However, this is my thing about Robert Kraft. Earlier, a couple months ago, he put out this commercial. He is the CEO of Gillette Corporation, and his corporation put out this commercial about what a man, what it means to be masculine or to be a man, be a male.
Toxic masculinity.
Right. And here he is paying
boys. Well, one of the big taglines is they were bitching about this whole thing that boys will be boys.
Right. So I guess he's going to say that in court. Well, Your Honor, boys will be boys. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying. Your Honor, we done,
And this is another thing, too, that needs to be taken into consideration. They're not necessarily here at this place, at the Orchids of Asia Day Spa. But there are a lot of places like this that exist in the U.S. that are also involved in human trafficking.
That is true.
So,
that is true.
And to be involved in something like that, if let's say if the women that he was with happened to be trafficked into the United States and be using as sex traffic, that's not good optics for Mr. Gillette and his toxic masculinity and treating women with respect. Not good at all.
It's the best a man can get.
Yes. We love you long time.
You hypocritical piece of crap.
Right.
All right. That's the only reason we're bringing it up.
Yes. Otherwise, we don't care.
I don't care.
But
I don't like it. I don't promote it. But it's do whatever the hell you want. But you know what? Don't come round me, telling this bull crap or whatever. You should have put more tighter leash on your boys who sent this that commercial out. Now
Right.
Look at you piece of crap. They got you on video.
Yeah, no, I wonder what that commercial is going to be like.
Jackhat.
That new one. The new Gillette commercial.
Do you have problems shaving? Maybe you can get some help in that.
we just know the place to do it.
So anyway, Robert Kraft, you're a piece of crap.
Yes,
hypocritical. And see, this is what. All right, you know what? I won't get into it right now yet because we're gonna get into it here in a second. But people, you got. All right, you know what? Let's get into this one first because.
Okay, let's get into it.
I don't want because I wanted to whatever. So next.
Oh my!
It's our girl, your girl, and mine.
Yes,
AOC,
everybody's favorite socialist sweetheart.
Yes. All right. So, if this chick couldn't get any dumber, all right. Now, everybody knows that she's from New York, and then you dumbasses in New York. You're the one that voted her stupid ass in. Anyway, so Amazon was looking to put their headquarters in Queens. All right. Now, what does that really mean? Well, now we're talking headquarters. We're not talking about distribution center.
Right.
We're talking about headquarters.
Right.
That's upper echelon jobs. So that was going to be 25,000 jobs for New York, and even in the Queens area, which is really a little bit downtrodden there, on an average of 150,000 a year. That's how much these jobs were going to pay. Well, Genius here started protesting against Amazon, calling them like they want to enslave the people because they're a big corporation and they don't pay people worth of crap and this, that, and the other. Okay, won't you ask the people in Queens how much money they're making right now? And the simple fact they could be making $150,000 a year.
I can answer that question for you right now.
All right,
they're not making nearly as much money, but however, right now a lot of them don't have to work at all because they get that nice little check that's stamped with the U.S. from the Department of Treasury on there, and so they can sit in their apartment or whatever and not do a damn thing.
That's
and
true.
get paid. So
that's true. So anyway, so now since this happened, there's been a lot of backlash. People in New York are freaking pissed off, right? So when they went to Genius there, this is what she said. Okay, well, first of all, the deal was going to be that New York was going to give Amazon $3 billion in tax incentives a year. Okay, and everybody said, well, $3 billion, that's a lot of money. Well, the revenue that New York was going to pull just from this was $27 billion. So take the $3 billion of tax incentives off of that. You're sitting on $24 billion a year. Not to mention all the 23,000 jobs. Think about all that tax money going in the coffers from the actual individual income taxes. Who knows what that would have been? So anyway, Genius here says, well, we were subsidizing those jobs. The city was paying for those jobs. Frankly, if we were willing to give away $3 billion for this deal, we could invest those $3 billion in our district, ourselves, and we could hire out more teachers. We could fix subways. We could put a lot of people to work for the amount of money we wanted to give to Amazon. Okay. Yeah. Hey, dumbass. You don't have $3 billion. It's not like there's $3 billion sitting over in the piggy bank. It was going to be in tax incentives. Okay? You dumbass. You don't have $3 billion. Well, now you don't have the $24 billion you'd have in revenue or the 23,000 jobs paying $150,000 a year. You got squat.
Mm-hmm. Big old goose egg.
You dumbass. But that's fine. That's fine. Because now they're looking at somewhere in Tennessee.
Well, I thought they were just done. They were going to just do it in Crystal City in Virginia.
Well, there's still thing they were talking about. Supposedly they were looking at New Jersey spot, a Tennessee spot, and or Crystal City. So
I know that. Crystal City's a done deal. That they're already starting to build on that. But I mean, he was originally going to have two.
Right.
It was like two. It was a split headquarter.
All right.
And it was New York and Crystal City, Virginia. And of course, when New York went, they were like, "All right, well, I'm just going to do it all in Crystal City." Yeah. So I guess I didn't hear that D was also scouting out another location.
Once everybody heard, he's like, for New York, everybody went and sharpened their pencils and said, whoa, hold on. So they're playing for him. So he's looking at it.
Right.
Tennessee would be great. Tennessee would be a great place to do it. Like near Nashville, be good. But anyway, so, dumbass, you don't have $3 billion sitting there, you idiot. You don't know how economics work. New York, good job over there in voting this dumbass in.
Right. Well,
she's an idiot.
Yeah, her and her group are all, we're about to talk about it, but her and her group of people, her socialists, also believe there's no big issues going on in Venezuela. Everybody down there is fine. They all have food. Yeah, that's what they're saying about North Korea too. All their people get fed, and
so did you see just what happened today?
Oh, I know.
Maduro is his the military that are pro Maduro military just fired upon and wasted all these relief trucks that have all this relief aid for the Venezuelans. Boom! Where is it at? Blew the shit them up, set them on fire. So it's like, dude, because they were, pushing to get them out.
Yeah, he thinks it's some sort of coup d'etat takeover attempt if the people get fed food.
Yeah. So let's roll into that. Well, we're done with
news. We're going, and we just roll right into our next little things. Thanks to Looney Tunes. All right, get her off the screen.
Yeah, get her off.
She's scared enough little kids.
Piss off!
She's scared enough kids.
Yes, she is. All right, so talking about socialism. So this is the DiMartino family. You see the young man in the middle is Daniel DiMartino. Daniel. So he is a college student. His family grew up in Venezuela, and they were considered quote-unquote middle class in Venezuela. So he did kind of like a I don't know what you call it, like a speech or like kind of like a presentation at college, talking about socialism from ground zero, from the ground view. He says, look, we lived in Venezuela. they were middle class for a while. He said, but then when Chavez came in and it started going south. But then when Maduro got in, he said it went, a roller coaster down to Crapsville. So they started off as middle class, and then he says now, or right before they left, they were making $2 a day under him. Blackouts were every week. They had they couldn't get food. They had food vouchers. They were only allowed. So even if there was food laying around, douchebag Maduro was only letting them get so much food.
Right. Well,
period.
That's.
Well, that's how a warlord works, in this, or dictator and everything else. So they end up left. So he's telling these people, look, I'm telling you, I was there. I lived in it. You do not want any part of this. He says, look, people are starving in Venezuela because of policies such as what AOC is supporting in a Green New Deal. He said it would destroy the U.S. economy and lead us to the path of Venezuela. And so he's moved into the Florida area. So there's a lot of former Venezuelans in Florida that they're backing Trump's anti-socialism rhetoric, and they're slamming the Dems, especially AOC. So they're saying, look, you dumbasses, look, the people, we were middle class making, whatever. Now he's making $2. They were making $2 a day. They were giving out food rations. Who does that? Well, socialism does that.
Well, I was going to say the thing is with socialists is they don't care about the middle class. They want to wipe the middle class out because they're supposedly championing the lower class. So they want everybody. Socialists want almost everybody, 95% of all citizens, to be below poverty level. They want, because they want to be the ones with their thumb on top of them, controlling the puppets, controlling the strings. Of course, they'd be in the top 5%. I'm sure Maduro is not starving. Obviously, if you're looking at him and these things, he's not starving. A lot of government people are not starving.
Nope.
But what's amazing is every single revenue that was saved up from their oil reserves and stuff like that is gone. They say they have no money at all because, and why? He went and stole it all. He went and stole it, and that's one other thing that they're looking into eventually when he gets toppled, because it's just a matter of time. He's doing this, and I think that's why
his boys were unloading the wrong, actually literal gold bricks.
Right.
Moving him out of the Capitol.
I think he knows his days are numbered, and when he gets put before the world court, they're going to basically eventually they're going to find this money trail where he stole Venezuela's money and what he did with it.
And Trump's about had it up to here with his ass.
Well, not only them, not only Trump, Brazil and Colombia, and he's even starting a lot of crap with Brazil and Colombia because he's shutting the borders down with them. They aren't too happy about it because they see what's going on.
Brazil can't really do a whole lot.
Well, no, but Colombia can. But so this whole thing with socialism down there, and what people don't realize, socialism. If you read Karl Marx's book, it's just such this utopian thing where everybody's gives to this or whatever. It doesn't work, and the reason why is because the people that want to put it in place they're greedy. And they use it as power control over the masses. Look at Russia. Russia was communist, socialist. It's kind of the same thing along the same vein. And look at the bread lines that they had for so long in USSR. Why? Because the government had their thumbs on the people. If you didn't do what the government wanted, they either offed you or they withheld the food from you, saying, okay, you don't agree with us, we're holding back the food. Okay?
That's how socialism works. Socialism doesn't have a middle class because the middle class can stand on their own. They could generate their own revenue. They inspire the economy, and they also help out the poor that are below them. So they got to get away. They got to get or do away with the middle class.
Right.
Look at China. China has no middle class. China has. See, I told her if the battery's running low. Anyway, China has no middle class. So China's got the government controlled, and that's where all the elites are, and all the
right. That you got billionaires now in China.
Yeah.
What's up? What the heck's up with that? You're supposed to be a communist, like one of the last communist nations on the planet, and now you're starting to get more billionaires than the United States does.
Yep.
Well, what's up with that?
And then you have all the poor people, because that's how socialism works.
Well,
so you talk about this AOC skank and frickin' Bernie Sanders. We'll get into probably Bernie Sanders in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right? Because this dumbass has like 3 houses worth like frickin', I don't know, $10 million for the 3.
But let's all
income inequality.
Right. So let's get rid of the middle class. Let's make the middle class pay for everybody else's stuff.
Yeah. And when he travels around, do you think he drives, or you think he takes commercial flight? No. He charters.
Yes.
We covered that in a previous show. Piece of shit.
And you know,
and let me just work with you, dumbass freaking left, dumbass Democrats, liberals. These people are laughing at you all the way to the freaking bank, and you're stupid enough to keep voting them in, and because you're a dumbass. All right, so they're gonna keep you down there. They're gonna stay up here, and and you're just gonna that's
but see,
people.
They're making them happy. They're making them happy for sitting there shelling out that as long as they keep getting that government check, they're going to be all happy.
Well, that's the whole point.
But another point I wanted to bring up, and we're talking about crooked governments, is the whole, like the Middle East. And both Cuz and I have been in the Middle East, and it's the same thing there. Mm-hmm. You have the elites that are in charge of the oil fields and the oil revenue, and all the citizens. Basically, it's like you got the high class and the low class, period. There is no middle class. And the rich over there, the oil barons, keep their thumbs on the citizens. And that's one of the reasons why you're also seeing a lot of, they fight, go to war. They fight each other. Well, on top of religious reasons, too. But still,
yes.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It won't work. I'm not even worried about it here in the States.
I'm not.
Because there's even a lot of Democrats who behind closed doors are like, these people are nuts. And they won't let it happen. Now, you got the fringe. Just like the conservatives have the far-right fringe, this is the far-left fringe. They're just getting a lot of publicity right now because that's the new thing with CNN and MSNBC. They think it's great. They think it's just fabulous. But wait, we'll see what happens. But it will never. Socialism, if socialism ever takes foot in the United States, you're going to see our second civil war.
No doubt on that shit.
And we're not talking about like races or whatever. You're going to talk about socialist forces against democratic forces.
Yeah,
that type of scenario. So
yeah. So
it's crazy.
Anyway, it ain't gonna happen. But the point is, where we get into issues, we don't want so many other people influenced by it, because it's just going to be a harder road to get us straight where we need to be. So these dumbasses.
Correct.
Anyway. All right. So we go socialism to the Klan.
Yes, this piece of work. This is the Grand Wizard of. All right.
This thing's hilarious.
I know. This is.
So this man is Goodlow Sutton. All right. And so he is an editor of a newspaper in Alabama. And I forget where they said he was, but it's like Montgomery, Alabama. It's just to the west of that, near the Mississippi.
Oh, he brought me all the way back from Mississippi. Cheers.
Oh, he's a lovely boy.
A lovely boy. Did you know his name was Arnold? Arnold Bippy. Sorry.
Anyhow. All right. So, I think that's what my wife says. She watches the show and she gets confused.
I know,
because we just go off on these things. She's like, I don't know what that means.
We keep promising one of these episodes coming up. We told you that we were going to do a show with Benny Hill and Monty Python, so we can introduce you all to why we say and do some of the things we do.
Yes.
So it's coming up.
And that may not completely explain it
No, but it'll kind of point you in the right direction.
All right. So Mr. Sutton here is the editor of a small town newspaper. All right. And he feels that it's time for the Ku Klux Klan to ride again.
Reverend.
So now he says the reason why they need to ride again is the Democrats in the Republican Party and the Democrats on the Democrat side are plotting to raise taxes in Alabama.
Okay.
And he says, let me tell you something, boy. If we can get the Klan to go up there and clean out D.C., we all be better off.
Oof.
And when they asked to when asked to elaborate, he said, well, what he means by cleaning up D.C., he says, lynching.
What?
Yeah. He says lynching.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
So they're like, he said, we'll get those hemp ropes out, loop them over a tall limb, and hang all of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm not calling for the lynching of Americans. I'm talking about these socialists, communists. That's what I'm talking about. Get them hoods out, boys. Ralph, Northern, where you at, boy?
Hey, make sure you all stop by Richmond, Virginia on your way up. Come by and pick me up.
Oh my gosh, dude! Seriously. So
finish up. We'll comment.
Yeah. So then they would ask if he recognized the KKK as a racist and violent organization. Oh, Mr. Sutton disagreed. He compared the Klan to the NAACP, a violent organization. Well, they did kill a few people, but the Klan wasn't violent until they needed to be.
Oh my gosh! You know
what?
Are we? Wait a minute. Wait. Are we not in the 21st century?
Well,
obviously not.
Maybe
there.
not down there. And I'm from Alabama. Let me tell you. But
I'll say down here, we drink our mint julep, and we still have aerials up in the air, and we have our local TV station that plays Andy Griffith. I Love Lucy, even though we put that on late at night because I has that Mexican boy on there. Oh. With that white woman. We don't particularly like that, but they're funny.
And Hee Haw. We got Hee Haw. It's still on prime time.
Oh, and
you know there's a reruns.
Oh, Lordy Lord. Don't forget.
They just came out.
Don't forget about the Dukes of Hazzards. My boys love the Dukes of Hazzards, old Bo and Luke Duke.
Yes, they do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And how about that Daisy Duke? She could light a fire. She could light my sheet on fire.
Boss Hog.
She could light the crosses on fire as hot as she is.
Boss Hog is my kind of man.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, seriously?
I don't, there's a part of me when I read this story, actually when I saw it on the news, I was like, I wonder if this guy's just doing it to get publicity. There cannot be, you cannot be that dumb.
Though.
I know, but you cannot, look at some of the crap that's going on now.
Oh, but dude.
But yeah, how can you be this stupid? Well, obviously, he's a member of the Ku Klux Klan, and he really wants to get his point out there. Yeah. And he's running a newspaper. I said, get back to that printing press. They probably still use...
Hell, there's the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan ride again. You want them Democrat, socialist, whatever? Yes, I am. I got you. Wasn't the KKK part of the Democratic Party?
Well, not anymore. We jumped ship. We got.
They're Democrats, and they're talking about killing or lynching the Democrats.
Oh my! You know, well,
is he talking about actual Democrats? Is he talking about black people?
Well,
I mean, seriously,
right.
You know, so
say it like it is. Well, he brought up the NAACP, so that shows you where his mind is at.
Well, yeah.
This was what's so funny. You know what, what's this guy's name?
Mr. Sutton.
Mr. Sutton. I want to tell you I want to tell you right now.
Yes.
If you get your little band of your organization of Group 5 of the KKK of Southern Alabama or whatever, and y'all hop on your horses.
I think 10 still exist.
Right. Oh, yeah. And you hop on your horses and you start and you head up to D.C. to try and clean house. Do me a favor. Let me know. Because I want to be there with my camera. I want to see you go into Southeast and D.C. and Anacostia. Hey, boys, I think this is a good place to start right here.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
No,
they're firing at us.
It's going to be more than that down there. Let's see. There'll be a little bit of this. You don't have the automatic?
No, because we can use...
There'll be a lot of automatic. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, the boys are shooting at us. It's like back in old Vicksburg.
We'll show them that Appomattox was a mistake.
Where the hell's old Stonewall?
Oh my gosh.
Dude. Dude, you're an idiot. The Ku Klux Klan to drain the swamp. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
They're your people, dumbass.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
We need to start with you draining you out of the. You know what? And you're running a media. Hey, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Hey, just wait. MSNBC will probably hire you to. We want to prove that we're just not all liberal. We're gonna hire this guy, and he'll be our little. What do they call him? Correspondent from. Hey, Rachel is your name Rachel Maddow? Are you a? It's funny. You look like a dude. But anyhow.
So Mr. Sutton, we'd like for you to comment on the Jussie Smollett case. How do you feel about that?
Oh, you mean that black poof?
Let me tell you something.
Well, I'm sure he'd be saying a little something a little bit more. Or we don't have the beep?
No.
Oh.
The beep, we use the beep like once every 50 years.
Well, I'll tell you about Mr. Smollett. That little fag. Oh, thank you very much.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you right now. If we'd have had our boys up here, he'd wouldn't have made it out of that noose with our whatever. We'd be doing it right.
Oh my
well, thank you, Mr. Sutton. That's not exactly what we needed, but okay. Well, you want to hear the truth? I'll tell you the truth. The Democrats. Well, we kind of support the Democrats here. We're all liberal. Well, let me tell you something. Then you are exactly the people we getting ready to burn out.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen to him. Reverend.
Jackass. It's
something like out of a Mel Brooks. It's something out of like Blazing Saddles.
I know. You keep up here or the black man gets it. Oh, Lord, help that poor man.
I extend to you a laurel and hearty handshake to our new beep.
Yeah, don't you
no, I wouldn't. I'm not going to say that word.
You, I don't know.
No.
You scare me.
I wouldn't.
You scare me sometimes.
I know. I'd say a lot of things, but I wouldn't say that.
All right, good. Because that's not who we are.
No, we don't do that on this show.
No.
At all.
But this guy, dude, seriously.
Yes, get him off. We've given him enough.
That's
where we at.
Get off, you fat bastard.
Fat bastard.
All right, now. Last but not least, and we're about an hour here, so we're good. We're good.
Yep.
We go about $1.10. We're all
Yep.
right. All right. So, this is Mr. Michael O'Beer.
Oh, I like that last name.
Beyer.
O'Beer.
It might be Beyer.
Oh, I like beer first.
Okay, we go beer. All right, so he lives in Spotsylvania County. All right. Now, here's the problem. If you look behind him, you see there's a whole lot of open field. Okay? This is right next to his house. Well, in the progressive movement of green energy, progressionists say, progression of green energy, over there in Spotsylvania County, they wanted to put in, they thought it would be a good idea to put in a 500 megawatt solar project. All right. Well, now you say, look, you want to put in some solar panels, this and the other. That sounds, you know what? That sounds pretty good. All right. Okay. And I might would agree with you. Okay. Here's the problem. So they wanted to install 1.8 million solar panels. All right. Now to do that, you need a pretty good swath of land. All right. Here's the problem. These geniuses who want to do green energy cleared almost 6,400 acres of trees to put this solar farm in. Okay, people. They're green energy people, liberals, whatever. Can we tell you exactly what trees do? Tex, what do trees do?
Well, they sway. They have their houses for birds and squirrels.
Yes.
And they make a lot of shade. And
yes.
And they make oxygen, people.
Oxygen, you dumbasses.
And they help eliminate the pollutants that are in the air that plants do.
Thank you. So to put in green energy, they whacked almost 6,400 acres of trees and habitats. Like Tex said, trees that that filter out all the pollutants, create oxygen. You done sons of bitches.
Well, yeah. Well, not only that, but so you have that many acres. You have like a lot of wildlife was probably in that forest because it's a forest.
Habitats.
You have deer, rabbits, squirrels, which I mentioned, raccoons, a whole 9 yards that were out there. Bears, maybe.
Where the hell's PETA?
Yeah.
Hello. You just whacked the habitats of all these animals.
It's all right, man, because all that wood is going to be going to good use, man.
Yes.
We're making little huts for everybody out of all the wood, and we're giving it back to Habitat for Humanity.
Yes.
So we can make houses, peace and love, boom shanka.
Boom shanka. And we're going to make all this bright, sunny solar panels, and they're going to give us our clean energy.
They're going to scorch the earth.
Yeah, dumbass. Clean energy. You had clean energy before you whacked all the trees, dumbass. Jeez.
Why?
And while I'm on my soapbox, let me explain something else about you freaking electric people, like electric cars and all this crap. Where the hell do you think the electricity comes from? We're burning coal, you dumbass. Some more hydro, electric, not so much in this area. We're burning coal, this, that, and the other to make. And oh, by the way, I won't even get into the process of making batteries and all the wastewater and crap that comes out of that crap and the pollutants that go in the air to make your batteries for your little electric cars.
I say you all need to get on bikes and or ride to work. Use them 2 legs. Go to work. I'll stick to my car.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But you all can ride the bike.
Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go find me a 1978 Chevy Suburban, which I'm going to cut the pipes off.
Yeah.
We come straight out of the block with them bad boys.
Yeah. I'm going to get I told cuz I found myself, my first car when I was in high school was my hand-me-down 1977 Chevrolet Caprice Classic station wagon. And that thing, every time you started up, I was encased in a big black cloud. And it left a trail of oil from the house to work to school, back to the house.
You'd have thought it was a diesel.
This is what I don't understand. Okay, I get it. I get the whole trying to find cheaper ways to make energy and using the earth and Mother Nature.
Actually, solar and wind energy is like 5 times as much to generate.
But I do get it. Mm-hmm. But my thing is this. There is absolutely no reason that you should have taken down all those trees. There's plenty of other desolate areas that don't have trees that you could have set the panels up. And why not set up windmills? You know, what is the problem with especially down there where, you know, they get a lot of wind coming off the coast or whatever? You're stupid. Okay, so you're doing one thing, you say you're doing this for the environment, but then you're killing the environment to supposedly do something else for the environment. It makes no sense, because you cannot grow trees because you just created that solar panel farm. So you cannot grow trees, you cannot grow any other vegetation at all in that area.
Nope.
So you just waxed all that forest, all that forestation. So makes no damn sense. None.
It doesn't. And so the reason we're talking about Mr. Bayer, whatever his name is because his house, which he's lived in for I think 30 years, is like only 62 feet away from this clearing. So he's packing all his crap and he's leaving. He's like, look, I'm not living next to this crap. I've been living here for 30 years in this nice forest area. Well, you know, so let me explain something to you.
Next thing all you see is this house out in the middle of this field, or out in this big clearing. Yeah. It's like, oh.
If you look, there's another picture that I didn't bring up, but you see his house. There's like maybe 4 trees, and then this field, right next to his house. But here's the problem: all his neighbors sold off all their land to these scumbags for this. So you know, the way of, I don't know, the farmer, or the way of the, you know, back in the day when it was all about, you know, heritage and land and passing this down, or this, that, and the other. Well, it's all about the money.
That's happening around here.
Oh,
there's a big fight. There's a big fight going on here, and as a matter of fact, right up the road, where a farmer wants to sell half of his field and make a solar farm, and it's being fought by the residents. They don't like it, but he certainly wants the money for it. So it's like, you know, where you draw it, because we are a capitalist society, and it's the farmer's land. Obviously, he has the right to do with his land whatever he feels like. But on the other hand, like Cuz was just pointing out, the more you do this, you're taking up land that can't be used for anything else other than these solar panels. Nothing else.
Yep.
So there's no vegetation, no farming, no homes. You can't put any houses. You cannot put any houses anywhere around those solar panels because they're set up to collect the sun. You put up a big townhouse there, it's not going to work. So it's I don't know. It's
dumbasses. And I understand you want to move away from fossil fuels and this and the other. I get it. But like I said,
better ways to do it.
Solar and wind right now costs 5 times as much to generate. Okay? And I won't even get on my soapbox with Obama jackass and how many subsidies he gave all these green companies
that went under. And they went
right down the toilet.
Yep. Well, and the reason why, and that's another reason why, too, if you look at it, because the ones he gave the money to, the subsidies here to, were charging an arm and a leg to have this stuff done. Then you have this company over in China that, we do half price. They're like, we're going to do this stuff half price. So they came in, they're like, all right, sure. And they did it half price, and these companies in the States are like, hey, man, we can't do that. We can't compete with that. We'll just have to open up a dispensary. Yeah, that sounds cool. Let me go hug a tree. Let me find a tree to hug. What's the one left?
Yeah. So okay, yes. Let's clear all the frickin' land and put solar panels down. Okay, that way we won't have any grass left, any plants, trees.
That's happening, and you know what,
dumbass.
And that's happening at a rapid pace anyway. People, there's housing developments going up left and right.
I don't know what's going on with that.
That's clearing out land left and right. Okay, and you all wanted to set up this stuff like that. Makes no sense. Don't you dare call yourself an environmentalist. Because an environmentalist wants to keep the forests and stuff like that. They don't believe, even if it has to do with like solar panels or whatever. A lot of environmentalists believe you put them up in clearings that already exist. You don't tear down something and to put those there. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm done. Hypocrites.
You all right? And by the way, just real quick, so around here we're talking about Virginia here. So there is a part Northern Virginia. It's actually a community called South Riding. All right, South Riding cleared. Now we're not talking about a house development of 50, 100, 200. We're talking thousands of houses in these sections. It is one of the most. It is one of the most forestation areas in Virginia. So they already whacked. Now this isn't like right next to it. It's down the road a little bit. But Virginia, you're losing your freaking mind. You're taking so much of the environment away. That's like the best environment is to have all the freaking trees. You ass.
Mother Nature knows. Planet Earth knows.
She's gonna come back.
You keep making
that her revenge.
You ever seen the movie The Happening done by M. Night Shyamalan?
Shyamalan ding dong.
That's what's gonna happen. Mother Nature's gonna fight back. Go ahead and keep doing it.
Yeah, keep doing it. See what happens. Anyway, you're gonna keep pushing me farther and farther out. I'll be like sitting out in Paw.
Oh. Now watch. It's like we like move out to Paw. Be sitting out there on the back porch with your dog Clem at your seat in your rocking chair, and next thing you know, you see all these construction trucks and this big sign, condos. You dog dicks. All right. So
that's about all we got.
That's it. That's all we've got. That's all we got.
Let's see, Miss Vivian. David and I agree about electric cars, but I love the Tesla.
Oof.
Tesla's going right down the crapper.
Well, I'm certainly glad you can afford a Tesla, Miss Vivian. That must be nice.
100 and something.
I did read in the Sunday paper today that the Chevy Volt is no more. The Chevrolet is no longer going to make the Volt.
Yes.
It is done.
And fun fact for you. You just might want to know. I know you don't have a Tesla, but those out there that you do, I don't know if anybody listens to our show that has a Tesla.
No. Well,
so guess what? Guess where all the data comes from or goes that's on that, where it's been sold?
Google. China. Oh, they got everything.
Chinese.
Don't even get me started on that. That's going to be another show. All the stuff that Facebook has sent them and all the stuff that Google has sent China.
Yes.
Regarding U.S. citizens.
So, all right. So I don't really have the only announcement I have, at least is me, is make sure you tune in next week because we're going to be talking about the myths and truths about slavery. Didn't want to get so it gave us an idea because of the Black History Month, but people have got to understand exactly what slavery was about and how it came about, the truth about it. So we're going to talk about that, and we'll see if that generates it. But anyway, we're gonna handle it. We're gonna handle it professionally, but again, we're gonna bring you the truth, not the crap that everybody wants to talk about, not the crap that's in a lot of these school books, because they cut out a lot of the stuff as to how this generated, how the people in slavery, what do you call it?
I don't know.
How people in slavery actually came to be there, how they got there. So we're gonna be dropping some truth on your ass. So I'd say stay tuned next week and find out about that. Okay. That's all I got.
I can't wait. Anyway, thank you all again for being with us on another weekend, another Sunday evening. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening with us. And this is Tech C signing off. Love you all. God bless. Thinking about everybody. And turn it back over to Cuss. And we'll see you all. I will see you next week.
Yes. We'll see you next week. So just update. We had a very lovely time on our little anniversary trip. Ate well, and it was a good time. But glad to be back with you guys. I thought there was something else I had to say, and I forgot what it was. Anyway, we'll figure it. If not, I'll just post it on our Facebook. And so I think we're gonna stick with the 8 o'clock.
Right. Until we hear otherwise, unless you know, some of you all out there that are loyal watchers live. We know a lot of people kind of watch us recorded. That's fine. But those of you like Miss Vivian and Jen and others like Dave every now and then, you know, if 8 o'clock works for you, then we're gonna stay with 8 o'clock. Yeah. So we're gonna do what the public wants us to do.
So we've had people vocalize about 8 because they said 7 was a little too early. They're still, especially if there are people coming back from church on that some people do on Sunday evenings. But anyway, by 8 o'clock, they've kind of done all their stuff they need to do, and they can watch us at 8. So we're going to stick with 8 for a little while. I think we'll stick with it for a while because it works.
I mean, we know summertime's coming up, so I think 8. I think it'll be a good thing. Now, keep in mind, come September, when football starts back up, we may have to make adjustments, but back to 7. But who knows? We might just stay at 8 o'clock.
September, that's like a long way away.
It'll be here before you know it.
I don't think so.
It'll be here, but you know we're already 3 months into the new year, just about.
I know, that's ridiculous.
I'm telling you.
We're almost into March. Anyway.
Almost time to go to the beach. Oh. Where we're going to be doing our live. Stay tuned. Our live Conformity Antidote will be live from North Carolina at the beach.
In front of a live studio audience.
A live studio audience. And we'll be in thongs. I can't wait. I think we just chased the audience away.
I don't even want to see that.
I know. I don't even.
No, we ain't gonna be in the thought because I don't think I can sit through a whole hour with something shoved up my ass crack.
You're literally doing the floss dance. All right, that's enough of that.
Maybe we'll just get some kimonos.
There you go.
So anyway, all right. So more to that to come, and so again, stick with us. Like I said, we want to do some stuff this summer. See how that goes. I'm actually looking at stuff that we need to do. Here's some of the bullshit, just real quick. You got to get permits for everything, even if you want to like set. So we were talking about setting up a table and everything, and either doing live or even recorded. I like to do it live because that way you don't know what the hell's going to happen. But anyway, and maybe doing a show in a public forum and this and the other. But you got to have permits to do everything. It's like, dude, we're not selling anything or this and the other.
Yeah, we're not soliciting.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing things like at Orchids of Asia Day Spa. At least not yet. I mean, that's Bambi Lee and
we could
Kimchi.
bring few ladies from Kim Cheese that could give us the shoulder massage as we're doing the show.
Yes.
Which is all I ever get.
Yes, that's
when I go.
Right.
Okay, realistically, it's more like a little bit of this. Okay,
all right.
I don't do that. My wife will whoop my ass.
Yes, she'd kill you.
You got that right. I'd be scared of her anyway.
And kill kimchi.
She would go. Yeah, she would go through that whole freaking dealy do.
So, anyway,
no need to keep same time. Don't be a puss.
What?
Miss Vivian's getting nasty.
Miss Vivian. What did she say? Did she say keep it or no need?
No need to keep same time. Don't be a puss. Well, we thought 8 o'clock was good.
Yeah.
Let me slap you, woman.
Oh, I won't.
I won't either.
So anyway,
all right,
we're done.
We are done, and we will be.
Yes.
So join us next week. It's going to be
an interesting show.
Fireworks, and
not with by our audience.
It'll be fireworks. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
so join us. It'll be interesting. It'll be a lively conversation.
Yes. We might do the whole show just on that.
Yes. We'll see.
Because you know how text gets on tangents.
Yes.
Anyway, God bless. Great to be with you again. Join us next week. If anybody's got any comments or anything else, hit us up. You can hit us up on Facebook. Conformity.antidote@gmail.com. Send us an email, whatever. Let us know. And we'll be seeing you very, very soon.
Yes. Until then,
God bless.
God bless. Oh. Shucky. Oh, wrong one. So you're the pig.
Oh, yes. You're the pig.